Hello, a Rosie math teacher coming at you from my 7th period grade 7 math class, where today we are working on lesson 10-3, theoretical probability. Theoretical means you have a theory of what is probably going to happen based on information you already know. For example, a quarter has two sides, a heads and a tails. What are the probability data for the likelihood of it landing heads up? One chance out of two possible sides, right? What is the same probability for tails? One chance out of two. So just like a quarter or any coin, you have data or theoretical probability on other items. Starting at the top of this page, Joshua rolls a number cube labeled 1 through 6 once. Class, go ahead and on number 1, write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Representing all the possible outcomes on a number cube, we also call them dice. Determine the theoretical probability expressed as a percent. Please circle that phrase, expressed as a percent. So I'm going to teach you today how to find the theoretical probability, then express it as a percent, then round it to the nearest whole percent. So the nearest ones place once it is a percent. All right, so item number 1, we're looking to see how many times the probability or the event happens of him rolling a 1. So class, circle all the ones that you see in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then look up. Did you circle exactly what I have circled? How many numbers did you circle? 1. So please write a 1 as your numerator out of, what's the number of possible outcomes on a number cube? 6. Now, we're using and learning how to use our white handheld calculators that my students will all have during the FAST exam. Go ahead and click the on button to make sure you're starting fresh and cleared your screen. And then you're going to enter the numerator first. Obviously, this is 1. And then you're going to tap the fraction key, which looks like ABC. ABC, fraction key right here. And it gives you a little capital L. That's a fraction bar. Okay? Then you're going to tap the 6. Then you're going to tap the equals. Now, it won't change. It will stay 1/6. If it needed to be simplified, it will simplify it when you tap the equal sign. Isn't that wonderful? Okay? Now, here's the really tricky part, or the really exciting part. You will tap, I'm sorry, I got a hair in my mouth. Let me turn around and fix it. There we go. Okay, so you will tap the ABC key again, and it will magically turn into the decimal. Guys, do you see 0.1666666? Keeps going. Okay, now you want to turn this into a percent. When you turn a number into a percent, you can either scoop the decimal 2 times to the right, or you can say times 100. So do that now. Times 100 equals, do you agree it says 16.6666, and then it has a 7 at the end, but they rounded at the end. It was really a 6 that kept getting repeated after the decimal. You're going to round to the nearest whole percent. So on your paper right now, I want everybody to write the following. 16.6, just temporarily, you are writing 16.6 and put your percent sign. But wait, we are rounding to the nearest whole percent. Guys, as I underline, I'm going to ask you a question. So look up and listen as I write this. Do you think I'm going to underline the 1 or the first 6 or the last 6? Which one, class? Nope, I'm underlining the first 6 I come to because that is the ones place. Remember, when you're rounding to the nearest whole number, you are therefore rounding to the nearest ones place. Draw your arrow from that place to the right. I call this my magic number. My magic number is 6. If my magic number is more than 4, raise the score sitting on the floor. Is my magic number more than 4? Yes or no? Yes. Yes. So my 6 sitting on the floor, raise that score to a 7. So keep the 1 in front. What is my correct percent rounded to the nearest whole percent? It is 17%. So for item number 1, you already know what your answer will be, yes? Okay, move on to item number 2. I'm hearing some voices. I should not hear voices right now. You are writing what I'm showing you. All right, number 2. We want to know what is the probability of the event of landing on an even number. Class, write your numbers again. I'm going to write mine a little smaller this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got room underneath. Circle all your even numbers. Okay, raise your hand if you can tell me all the numbers you just circled. Yes, ma'am.
2, 4, 6.
Excellent. How many numbers did you circle? 3. That is your numerator. Out of how many numbers were there in all? Out of 6. Class, enter this in your white calculator. Clear it first with the on button. Then do your 3, fraction key ABC. Then do your 6. Then tap the equals. What happened to it? It turned into what? 1/2. So isn't this a wonderful tool when you need to simplify fractions? No more worrying about what to divide by. You just simplify by putting it in the calculator, tap in the equal sign. Now tap your fraction key one more time. Do you see a decimal? Yes. But do we want it in decimal form right now? No. We want it in percent. So times what? Times 100 equals. Okay? That is your percent. What do you see on your calculators? 50%. Excellent. 50%. Do I have any questions on how we're doing that section? Okay, in a moment, I'm going to let you solve number 3 on your own. That will be a probability event of multiples of 3. Guys, multiples of 3 are when you count by 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So when you come back to that later, you'll know what to look for. Let's go down to number 4 through 6. A teacher placed the cards ISOSCELES in a bag. It spells what? Isosceles, a triangle where 2 of the sides are exactly what? The same length, congruent. A card is drawn at random and then placed back in the bag. So every time, all of the letters are back in the bag again. Determine the theoretical probability expressed as a what? Fraction. This time, do not multiply by what? 100 at the end. This time, you'll stop when you get it as a simplified fraction. All right, so let's write all of those letters, ISOSCELES. Circle all the S's. How many did you circle? 3. So what is the numerator of your fraction? It is 3. Out of how many letters in all?
9.
I agree with 9. All right, class. Tap on to clear your calculator. Then you will tap 3, ABC key, 9, equals. Raise your hand if you'd like to tell me what you got. Yes, ma'am, in the green. Okay, what'd you get? 1/3. Excellent. So your final simplified fraction for number 4 is 1/3. Are you understanding how to solve numbers 4, 5, and 6 with just a simplified fraction? All right, now I will remind you for number 5, vowels are A, E, I, O, U. So each letter that is an A or an I or an E or an O or a U, you will circle those and you will count those as your numerator. Obviously, number 6, you know how to count the E's, don't you? So for each of these, you're just choosing the simplified form as a what? Fraction. Okay, thank you so much. There's someone at that door. All right, number 7. A bag contains 3 blue, 5 red, and 7 yellow marbles. Are you clear on the numbers and the colors? Okay. A marble is chosen at random. Determine the theoretical probability expressed as a decimal and rounded to the nearest hundredth. So your rounding skills are going to come in handy right here. The theoretical probability. So think about the marbles, think about the colors. Number 7, the probability of the event being the color what? Blue. Everyone on this side of the room, tell me, how many marbles in the bag are blue? 3. Excellent. Write that as your numerator. Tell me on this side of the room, how many marbles are there in all? Add 3 plus 5 plus 7 and you get? It's supposed to be this side, but thank you. You're correct. Okay. Out of 15. All right, guys, go ahead and enter 3, fraction ABC key, 15 equals. Now, first notice, it becomes 1 over 5, right? But is that what I need for my answer?
No.
No. I need it as a what? Decimal. Tap the ABC fraction key again. What do you see? 0.2. Now they said round to the nearest hundredth, but guys, that's if needed. Do we need to round to the hundredths place if it ends in the tenths place? No, we do not. All right, do you understand how you would do the same procedure with red and with yellow? Okay, let's move on then to item number 10. The table shows the lengths of time for rides at a fair. Zane will choose a ride at random. What is the theoretical probability of choosing a ride that lasts less than 200 seconds? Go through your chart and circle all the rides that last less than 200 seconds. Should you circle barrel ride? Yes, because 150 is less than 200 seconds. Should you circle bumper cars? Yes, I need everybody circling. Should you circle circus carousel? No, because it's over 200. How about log ride? How about roller coaster? How about swings? My personal favorite. How about train? How about zero gravity spinner? No, thank you. Don't want to vomit. Okay, but do circle it. Yes, everybody do circle it. All right. Now, what do you think I should do with my circled items? What should I do with my circled items? Well, will I add the numbers or will I just count how many rides? Let's look. The table shows the lengths of times for rides at a fair. Zane will choose a ride at random. So imagine there's a bag, and on each slip of paper, one says barrel, one says bumper cars, one says circus carousel. Do you see what I'm getting at? Each slip of paper contains the name of a ride. Okay, so what is the theoretical probability that he will pull out a slip of paper that names a ride lasting less than 200 seconds? So I need to do what with all my circled items? I need to count them. Exactly, because barrel is a ride less than 200 seconds. We've already circled them. Now count the items that you circled. Ready? How many did you circle?
8.
You circled 5. You circled 5 that were less than 200 seconds. So that is your numerator. Out of the total number of rides, what is the total number of rides?
8.
8. Excellent. So what are you tapping on your calculator right now? 5 over 8. Let's just go ahead and write it all 3 ways, because online they might tell you choose all that apply. So let's go ahead and do it all 3 ways. Do 5, ABC, 8 equals. Is the simplest fraction still 5 over 8? Yes. So let's also do the decimal. Tap the ABC key. What decimal do you see? Read it to me now. 0.625. Great job. Now, what if they want percent? We'll multiply by, excellent, times 100 equals, what do you get for a percent? 62.5%. Are you understanding how to do those amounts in all 3 ways? Simplest fraction, decimal, or percent. Okay. Now move on to item number 11. It might seem a little tricky, but it's not that bad. Number 11. Select all the events that have a theoretical probability of 60%. Let's see. A spinner with 5 equally sized sections, labeled 1 through 5, landing on a number less than 4. What numbers do you think I want you to write out immediately?
4.
What numbers?
1, 2, 3.
I want you to write out numbers to represent all the numbers that are equally sized spaces on the spinner. It told you they have 5 equally sized sections labeled 1 through 5. So what do I want you to write now? 1,
2, 5.
3, 4, 5. A few people caught on with me. Okay, everybody write it down now, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want you to write it down because it's easier for your brain to figure out what to do with the numbers when you can see them. What am I going to circle? Because what is the preferred or probable event? Landing on a number that is what? So circle every number that is what? Less than 4. Is 1 less than 4? So do you circle it? How about 2? How about 3?
Yes.
How about 4?
No.
Great job. 4 is not less than 4, it is 4. So we don't circle it. How about 5?
No.
Correct. Now what do I do with the numbers I have circled? I count them. How many did I circle? 3. So this side of the room, everybody who knows, tell me the ratio I'm about to write. I heard several people. Great job. 3/5. Enter it in your calculator. 3 ABC key 5 equals. After the equals, now tap the ABC key. Now, they asked us to find everything with a probability of 60%. They want percent. So what will I do next? Times 100 times 100 equaling, what do we get?
60%.
So do we put a check mark here, yes or no? Yes. Okay, I'm going to talk about the next item with you. A 6-sided number cube labeled 1 through 6, landing on an even number. Class, write your numbers here. Go back to this page, and on number 11, the second item, oh, you thought I meant the next number. I mean the next item that we're checking. Okay, on that second item, this side of the room, tell me what numbers you know I want you to write. Okay, excellent. I'm glad 2 people told me. I was really hoping everybody would know to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what I was hoping. I hope every day. I keep hoping. Okay, now circle all the numbers that are what? Even. This side of the room, tell me yes or no. Do I circle 1?
No.
Great. This side of the room still, do I circle 2?
Yes.
Yes. This side of the room, continue telling me the numbers I will finish circling. Ready, go.
4.
And
6.
excellent. All even numbers, no odd numbers. This side of the room, what is the numerator piece of the ratio I'm about to write? This whole half of the room, what is the numerator piece? Go.
3.
3. Excellent work. Out of how many possible outcomes? 6. Enter it in the calculator. Click the on button to clear it out. 3, ABC key 6 equals, what's the fraction? 1/2, but we don't want the fraction. We actually want the percent. So now tap the ABC key again, and then times what? And what percent does your calculator say? Everybody. 50. Does 50% match 60%?
No.
So will I count that one?
No.
No, I will not. I'm going to leave the other 2 for you to work through on your own in a moment. All right, I do want